Shelby with Farmhouse Living, and welcome back to our channel. So today we are doing a spring cleaning video, and in this video I'm going to show you not only how I'm deep cleaning my house, but how these hacks are going to keep my house cleaner longer and taking a more sustainable approach to my cleaning routine as we move throughout the year. So some of these updates and hacks that I found online are going to make future cleaning much easier, especially with pets, a toddler, a baby on the way, and a busy schedule, because nobody wants to spend all their time cleaning, but also I really like to enjoy my house, and I enjoy my house when my house is clean. So that is what we are doing today. I want to start this video by thanking our sponsor Yeedi, which we will talk about in just a moment. So I kicked off my spring cleaning in the living room. I started with upholstery. This is typically a spot that does get dirty pretty often, but what's wonderful in our house is we chose all slip-covered furniture. So although our couch is light, everything can come off and can be thrown in the washer. Same with the chairs. Now recently, our sweet girl Bella, she had jumped on the couch with a peanut butter packet that she found on the dining room table. And so the oils and all the peanut butter absorbed into the fabric. And even though I stripped the couch, put it in the washing machine with bleach, it did not come out. Well, I was scrolling through Instagram and I saw a lady used 1/4 cup of peroxide, 1/4 cup of Dawn soap, and 1/4 cup of water, and she sprayed it on her upholstery, and she swears it removes every stain. So I started out by spraying this concoction on the sofa, letting it sit. While it was sitting, I went ahead and took the slip covers off the other chairs. There was all sorts of crumbs, all sorts of hair and miscellaneous items within the cushions of the seat. So I'm glad always to strip that back, throw it in the washer, get rid of all that, and start with a clean slate. Once the chairs were clean, I threw the entire slipcover of the couch in the washing machine, and it came out brand spanking new. So this mixture, this concoction that I found on Instagram, definitely works better than bleach and definitely can get out stains that are really tough, like oils, peanut butters, things like that. And I'm really glad to have this type of spray, this type of mixture, to be able to spot treat the furniture without pulling everything off, because sometimes you just want to just really quickly treat it and not have to always take the whole couch apart, the whole chair apart. And so I'm excited to continue to use that recipe in the future. I feel like it'll make cleaning much easier, and man, it works. The next thing that we did was we cleaned all of the surfaces, the media console, the mantle, the entry table. I cleared all the decor and wiped that down. Despite the fact that I change up my decor quite often, I don't clear the spaces and clean them that often. I just kind of wipe what's empty, and so what's under there doesn't typically get visited. Actually, when I moved the mirror back, I found pine needles behind there from Christmas, and so it's a good thing to just step back, pull everything back, and clean it. When I was perusing spring cleaning ideas, I saw that many expert cleaners suggest going from high surfaces to low surfaces so that as things drop, whether it's dust, pine needles, etc., you're cleaning those things that are dropping as you go to the next level. So now we're moving on to the floors, and we're going to talk about the floors, how we handled them, not only in the living room, but also into the playroom, which is open into the living room. So earlier this year, I decided to get a washable rug for our living room rather than a standard rug. The standard rugs just weren't working for us. I was spending a lot of time cleaning, especially in these main areas, and I felt like I just couldn't get it looking good. It just always looked dingy and dirty. Whereas with a washable rug, particularly the Ruggable, I was having a lot of luck. It always looked clean. Treating it with spot cleaning efforts was working really well, and if something big spilt, I could just throw it in the washer. So in the playroom, I got a white jute. Don't ask me what I was thinking. It looked great, but my little sweet Quinn loves to color, and she decided that her next art project was gonna be on the white jute. And I decided, rather than spending all my time cleaning that rug, it was time to just move on to something more sustainable for our family. So we got another ruggable, and I love the way it looks. I'm glad that we went ahead and made that switch. My sister-in-law is going to try to bring the white jute back to life. She's gonna do some cleaning hacks that she found online. So someone is going to love and use that rug, but not someone with a toddler. So we have switched that out, and it will be a lot more sustainable for us. And sometimes that's what spring cleaning is about, creating something that's sustainable versus just trying to just keep cleaning and being a hamster on that spinning wheel that will never end. Speaking of constantly cleaning, that brings us to today's sponsor. Sometimes when I am taking on these efforts, I feel like I wish I could duplicate myself. Unfortunately, I haven't figured out how to do that, and I don't have the funds to hire a full-time housekeeper, although sometimes it feels like that's the only solution. But I do have a solution today, and it is the Yeedi Station Vac and Mop, y'all. I have had this guy for a month, and it is a total game changer. Honestly, I'm blown away. So my first thoughts on it, I have had multiple robot vacs. I've never had one that emptied because they always cost beyond my budget. This is the most affordable RoboVac that can self-empty. Another thing that I was experiencing that I have never experienced with my previous robot vacuums is the fact that it fits under all of the furniture. So our media console, under the couch, under the storage unit in the playroom, all the dressers, even at the base of the cabinets, it can fit under all of that. The body is very low profile, so it can go under all of those surfaces. So everything that was previously never being touched now is being addressed daily, and it is beautifully clean, and it makes me so happy. Another thing that it does is it maps your entire house so that those spots that you don't want it to miss, like underneath the sofa or in the playroom in those specific areas, it has a map. So it will address those things and go in one smooth motion to make sure that every single thing is addressed every single day. Another bonus is that it mops, and when it has its mop pad on, it doesn't touch the rugs. So it will skip those carpeted areas and only touch the hard surfaces. Another thing that's really cool about as it's going through the house is that it does increase suction power as it goes over carpeted or rug areas. So those areas that do need more suction to get everything out, they are appropriately addressed so that every area is the cleanest that it can be. So if you are interested in getting your own Yeedi Station Vac and Mop, I will leave a link in the description below. They also have 2 other models if you are interested in comparing your options with them. They are affordable, they are very effective, and they are what you need to be able to have a clean house from spring cleaning and on. So if you're like me and you need a helper because you haven't learned how to clone yourself, that's the ticket, guys. So now that the vacuum was running and it was going to mop and vacuum all of the surfaces that was going to be addressed by someone else but me, I decided to take out the magic eraser and tackle the marker mess that was on the coffee table, the play table, in the playroom. You have to understand, this area is in view of the living room. So although I want it to function as a playroom, I've said this before, I want it to be beautiful. That's why I chose the wallpaper. I DIY'd the door. I want it to be really beautiful. So crayon all over the table or marker all over the table wasn't really my idea of the aesthetic that I was going for. So using the magic eraser was my best bet on getting all the marker off. The thing was, the magic eraser actually did pull up some of the stain and some of the finish on the coffee table, which kind of goes with the look, so I wasn't super frustrated with it. But I needed a more sustainable approach because clearly the marker was absorbing way too deep into the wood. So I decided, so that it's not as big of an issue in the future, to put a wax on top of the table. Because my friend Maddie told me that she uses with all of her furniture that's wax. So like in my media console, it is painted and waxed with Jolie paint. She told me that she uses the wax, and when she rubs that on, it removes marker, it removes stains and scuffs and things like that. So you can actually use the wax to fix the furniture. So I decided to do that, and actually it did prove to work because our little storage unit in there also had marker and pin on it, and I used wax on that area and immediately came up, and it took about 2 seconds, whereas using the magic eraser, I probably honestly scrubbed for 30 to 45 minutes trying to get it all up in all of the areas. So that was a lot of time. I don't want to be spending all that time, but now that I have a coat of wax on the table, I can address the marker or any other things with wax. So more sustainable approach with the coffee table or any play surfaces that you might have, or just furniture pieces if you have kids that are going to attack those things. The next thing in my spring cleaning routine was changing the air filters. I did that in my main AC unit. I also did that in our air purifiers. We have one in the playroom. And I just like to make sure that those things are collecting dust early so they're not floating around in our air. It's creating cleaner air and less dust. Those things are really easy to forget, so I like to just add it to my checklist and make sure that I get them done. Living room, playroom, we have done a deep clean of the house, and I am feeling very motivated to keep this up, especially now that I have a partner in crime, my Yeedi Vac. I am ready to keep this house clean. Let's follow up next week and see how I feel. But right now, I am feeling very motivated. We are also going to share some organization hacks. We cleaned it, but we still have clutter. So we'll be addressing some of that in a future video this month. So I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope this was motivating for you and that you are excited to spring clean your house as well and enjoy your house with your family, no matter how messy toddlers and dogs and people can get. Let's enjoy our homes to the best of our ability. So I would love to know if you have any hacks that I missed in the comments down below. Also remember to use the link if you are interested in the Yeedi Vac. Also make sure that you're subscribed so you can see future videos. So bye guys, have a good day.